Hello, welcome back to the channel. So my Elise has actually been throwing some engine codes recently, and the engine code that it's getting is a slow O2 sensor response. I usually get this when I'm at track days, and it's kind of intermittent. It comes and goes, I clear it, but then it comes back, 500 or 1,000 miles later. So today, I'm going to show you how to replace the oxygen or lambda sensor in the Lotus Elise. It is super easy to do, and so you can definitely do it yourself. You don't need to pay a shop to do this. I will also put the part number for the Lotus oxygen sensor in the video description because you want to get one with the right connector on the end here so that you don't have to bother splicing wires or doing anything weird like that. I'll put the link directly to the one that you need in the video description. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to want to do is remove the driver's side rear wheel. So let's break the lug nuts loose with our 17mm end breaker bar. Okay, with the car up on a jack stand, we want to remove the wheel now. Okay, now that we have this apart, let me show you where the oxygen sensor is. Mine was the post-catalytic, the after-cat sensor that was throwing the air, so that's the one I'm going to replace. So if you can see in here, this is the oxygen sensor that we need to replace. It's pretty easy to access, but the connector where it plugs in is behind the wheel well liner. So you do want to take out the wheel well liner so you can get access to that. Now there's a bunch of screws for the wheel well liner. There's some on the front here, and then a couple of clips on the back. Okay, and with that out, I think that's everything to take this off. Oh, sorry. Sorry, there actually is one more that is up in here. These are pretty flexible, so they come out pretty easily. So now you can see where the connector is for the oxygen sensor. Just runs right up here, but taking that wheel well liner out is something you have to do to get to this, because I don't think you can get to it any other way. Okay, next you'll need an oxygen sensor socket like this. I believe it's a 7/8 inch, and we're going to put that on and try to get this off using that. If not, you can use an adjustable wrench. Oh, I almost forgot, you will need to disconnect this as you spin so that you can spin it. All right, so get that thing disconnected, get that out there. And then once you have it broken loose, it's pretty easy to get out. You can see what that old one looked like. Yeah. Okay, here you can get a good comparison of the old one and the new one, and you can tell they have the exact same connector on the back as well. So you don't have to deal with splicing wires or anything like that. All right, so now let's put the new one in. New one even came installed with a little bit of anti-seize on it, which is great. And if you haven't already, if yours does not come like that, you should put a little bit of anti-seize on these threads. So we're just going to put it in by hand to start. It's okay if it gets twisted up. We're going to fix that later. Okay, so we're looking good there. And then we just want to route this the same way that it was. It was routed kind of into these clips here. And then plug it in to the socket. Looks like this little zip tie is a little out of alignment, so I'm just going to put a new one of those on there as well. All right, I just installed a new little zip tie here to just hold this all in place. And that's it. That's all you really have to do. Put the wheel well liner back in and put the wheel back on. Don't forget to torque your lug nuts.